Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to work on lesson 2. So we did the intro with the vocabulary, and then lesson 1 was the equation of a circle. And now we're doing lesson 2, so we're going back to that vocabulary sheet that we did on that intro day. So you might want to pull that out. So if you're watching this video, stop, go get your vocabulary sheet, the one with all the words on it. Do you need me to show you what it looks like? It looks like this. It's the one you did on the first day, where you filled in the definition and then you did the drawing. So you should have this completed and in your file, and I would highly recommend you pull it up because we're going to be talking about central angles, inscribed angles, and minor and major arcs today. So you might even want to add to your sheet today. Okay? All right. So we're going to start talking about circles in general and central angles, which are the nicest angles in a circle. So we have to ask yourself, before you can understand how to find the measure of a central angle, how many degrees does a circle have total? Well, we know a semicircle is 180. A circle has 360 degrees. If I go all the way around the circle here, if I start at A and go all the way around, it would be 360 degrees. That is magical. Okay, so now that we know that, we need to figure this out, how to figure out what a central angle is. So a central angle, the math definition, is an angle with a vertex at the center of a circle and endpoints on the circle. Personally, if I had done that description sheet, a central angle in my brain is an angle from the center of the circle to the edge. That's just how I see it. If you guys want, in this spot right here, you don't have to write my definition down. Take your definition off your worksheet that you did earlier and put it on this paper. A central angle, this is an example of a central angle. The vertex is in the center of the circle and it just goes to the edge. That's all it is. So it's like a piece of pie, a perfectly cut piece of pie. Okay? So let's talk about minor arcs and major arcs. AB, this arc right here, the red arc, is a minor arc because it is less than a semicircle. It is less than 180 degrees. There's no other letter here, or I can't name this arc without a third letter. But the big black arc here, the big curve, that's the major arc because it's the bigger arc, right? The minor arc is the smaller one, smaller than 180, and the major arc is the bigger arc. It takes up most of the circle. Well, that's just weird. Oh, okay. Sorry, I messed up on the video, but not going back. An inscribed angle. So now we talked about a central angle. That starts in the center, it goes to the edges. An inscribed angle starts on one edge and goes to the other two edges. But both of these angles do have something in common. Their difference is where their vertex is, right? A central angle starts in the center. An inscribed angle starts on the edge, so that's the difference. The similarity, though, is that they both create arcs, right? The central angle creates two arcs. It only creates one minor arc and one major arc. An inscribed angle, though, you can get lots of different arcs out of this one because there are lots of different places to go. But your minor arc is still this red part. It's still the AC because you can tell it's less than 180. But I could also have a different arc. I could have arc AB, I could have arc BC, or I could have the major arc ABC. And just like with central angles, I can find my minor arc, AC, and I can also find my major arc, ABC. So all I have to do is say 360 minus my minor arc. We'll just look at that in a second. Okay. Whoops-a-daisy. Oh, if you want to put down your own definition there, what you came up with on your sheet for an inscribed angle, you write it right here. Okay, I would have written an angle that has its vertex on one side and goes to the other side. But you write whatever you want, okay? Or nothing at all. I highly recommend you write something down. So move this over here. So now let's actually practice what we just talked about. Let's practice finding the arc measure of a central angle. And it's exactly the same. The degree of the central angle, so the degree that you see in the angle, is exactly the same as the arc opposite it. What? So that means, ignore that cross mark there, that if this angle WEF, is 140, then arc WF is 140. Okay? Oh, come on. There we go. That's the minor arc. It's less than 180. You can tell it's less than 180. Okay? What's the major arc? Well, the major arc would be from W all the way around on the backside to F, right? So all I would do is say, what is the 360, the entire circle, minus 140, right? The minor arc. And that's going to be 220. Okay, so now we're looking over here at number 2. And I'm needing to find arc DE and arc DFE, okay? And so DE, so I just trace on my circle from D to E. You know what, I'm gonna use the drawing pencil thing. So here's DE, right? Arc DE, well my central angle is 89, that means that my arc is gonna be 89. Turn this off. So my arc is 89. I want to find DFE. Let me just trace that so you know what it is. So I start at the letter it's talking about, D. I go all the way through the letter F, and I continue to the letter E. This, I know DE is 180 because it is a line. It is a chord that goes from F to D. It goes from one end of the circle to the other, and it goes through the center. So I know that's 180. But that's not what they're asking for. They're not asking for arc DF. They're asking for arc DFE. So I just say 360 minus 89, and that's 271. Okay. So now for this one, we want to find arc EFD. And so to make that, remember we talked about this in our warm-up last class, that arc EFD, you put a little curve over the top of it, okay? So I'm going to take my pencil, I'm going to trace it. So I start at E, I'm going to E to F, all the way around to D. I need to find this arc. Well, let's see here. So E to F to D, EF is 61, and then FD is 180, because I know that chord DF, is a diameter because it's a chord that goes through the center of the circle. Oops, a daisy. Sorry about that. And what's that equal to? So you're going to go to Edpuzzle, and you're now going to answer that question. And you're also going to do number 4 on Edpuzzle, but this time I'm not helping you. Follow the same steps though, right? You have arc IJ, so I want to find IJ. I have no clue what IJ is. Well, I know HI. I can find HJ, right, based on the exact same reasoning that I used on number 3. So you guys can do this. So do number 4. Now we're going to talk about inscribed angles. So we talked about central angles, and that's easy because what you see in the center is what it is on the edge, right? Inscribed angles have an extra step to it. Inscribed angles start on one end of the circle, and you're ending up on the other end of the circle. And you're not going to have the exact same value. This, what happens is whatever angle is here at the inscribed angle mark, your arc is twice that. Whatever your arc is, your inscribed angle is half that. So if this angle is 72, this arc, WX, is not 72. It's 72 times 2, so it's 144, okay, because it's not a central angle. And it makes sense. You can just tell looking at this as 72. This is not 72. This is bigger than 72. Okay? So looking over here at this arc, I want to find the arc measure of x, y, z. Trace the stinking arc. So I'm going to start at x. I'm going to trace all the way around to y, all the way down to z. This is what I'm looking at. So I want the angle that goes from x to B to Z. I want the angle that goes, let me find a different color. There we go. I want the angle that is inscribing that arc, okay? So this angle is 180. How much would the arc be that's inside that angle, that's tagged by the edges of that angle, that's cut off here, right, and here? That's where the endpoints are on the circle. What is that arc? Well, I say 360, or I'm sorry, I say 108 times 2, so that's 216. So XYZ is 216. Okay, now I want you to find the arc measure of QE. I'm going to give you a hint. You're going to do this on Edpuzzle. And I'm going to trace QE right here. How much is this? Well, I need to figure out what's my angle. What is my angle? So I'm going to go back here, and I need to figure out, I've got this angle and this right here. So see how the endpoints of my angle are kind of cutting off my inscribed arc? Right? So now I can figure it out. Right? If you trace it, it's easier to figure it out. So do number 7. Okay, and now you're going to do number 8, and I'm not helping you at all. You can do this. This one's easier, I think. I think, personally. Okay? And then you're done. Now you have to go on. You have a math space, I think, to do. Hold on, let me look this up before I send you on your merry way. Too many papers on my desk. Yes, you have a math space, arc measure, and you're going to do that, and then you have a mastery check, and then you're done with this lesson. Yay! Okay, thanks, guys.